Welcome to Jacket Sports Weekly, Waynesburg University's weekly sports show where we cover the best of the best in athletics. Our analysts discuss a multitude of highlight plays such as touchdown passes.
And Barber's going to throw again, one-on-one. Does he got it in him? That's a catch! Tyler Richmond with flags thrown everywhere makes the catch! Touchdown, Waynesburg!
And ones.
This was low, Waynesburg's going to get it! Suggs is going to pull away here, go for the layup, and it's going to fall in and one! PJ Suggs!
And home runs.
Higgins drives one to left field. The left fielder running back, and that ball is out of here. Grace Higgins.
Join us every Wednesday to see what's new in Waynesburg University athletics.
Welcome into a special production of Jacket Sports Weekly, as we are going to be breaking down the WUESPY nominations. If you are unfamiliar on what the WUESPYs is, it's basically just the ESPYs, which is celebrating all different kinds of sports, but here for WU, the WUESPYs is what we deem that. So in this case, we're going to be breaking down the nominations and then getting ready to send it down to the Goodwin Performing Arts Center for the WUESPY Award Show. Joe Cirillo joined with you with Brett Gambita. Here we're going to be breaking down the nominations for you all. We're first going to get started off with the nominations that we're not going to be taking predictions on. They're nominations that we don't really have a whole lot of information, so it would just be unfair if we did take those, and we also have a few bias left in a few of those. So to break it down first, we're going to go down the list of the Women's Student Athlete of the Year. Those nominations are Meg Berry, Aubrey Burns, Maddie Hill, Waverly Lauren, Reagan Mittendorf, Paige Mortimer, Alyssa Rager, Jordan Stein, Jocelyn Stifler, Grace Tanksley, and Sydney Wilson.
And then for the Men's Student Athlete of the Year, we have Kyle Casella, Andrew Casper, and Seth Masadi, a much more condensed list.
A lot more condensed on that side. With the Christian Leadership Award, nominees are Caitlin Brittenball, Waverly Lauren, Clara Page Miller, Lindsay Miller, Jules Moorbacher, Zach Myers, Lily Meyer, Josh Smith, and Amanda Sweeney.
And that takes us to Reporter of the Year, which we will not have a say in. We don't want to show any bias here up on the fourth floor, WCTV. We have Meg Berry, Seth Adams, Mia Hankins, and Dean Shazer as our 4 nominees under that category.
And then when we move on to the Support Staff Member of the Year, you have Robert Abreg? Excuse me. Then you have Kayla Green, Aaron Lever, Dr. Randy Pettit, Ashley Pichelle, Jennifer Roy, Kara Sartag, and Josh Sumner. So good luck to all of those that are in the nominees for that rank. But from there, we're going to move on to the actual nominations we're going to be taking predictions on, informing you of who the nominees are, and then taking who we think is going to win that. So Brett, you want to take us away with our first category?
We'll go Coach of the Year. We'll start off with a bang. And there's only 2 nominees here. We have Dr. Chris Davis of the esports team and George DiAgostino from women's soccer. Joey, who do you have?
I mean, it's so hard because with Chris Davis, he's been able to bring in a lot of different aspects for the esports side of things. He's brought in a Fortnite team. They're bringing in Madden and 2K as well, hopefully within the next few seasons for them. So in that aspect, it's kind of hard in that regard. But then when you look over to the women's soccer side, they've been able to make a good push towards the playoff. Didn't end up how they wanted to. 8-5-4 overall on the season. Started out a little nice with a 2-0-1 start with 2 wins and 1 tie, or 1 draw in that case. But in this case, it's kind of hard to take that decision. In this case, I'm going to give it to George DiAgostino, the coach for women's soccer. In that case, I think they just had a better overall season. And plus, you're focused on that one coaching. In this case, with Dr. Chris Davis, he's focused on a lot of different things that are going on. And I think that at one point, we might get to him, but not quite yet.
I also went with Coach DiAgostino here. I felt like there was just a continually improvement among this women's soccer team as they did boost their win percentage from a season ago. So there's that.
We mentioned Dr. Chris Davis of esports, so now we're going to take it over to the esports team of the year. The nominees for that are the Fortnite team, the Overwatch team, and the Rocket League team. In this case, I think I'm going to go with the Rocket League team. They've been able to compete against D1 schools, Alabama, Michigan, teams like that. They've been able to compete against them and win, and they continue to do so in a lot of different aspects. So I'm going Rocket League. Brett?
I also went with the Rocket League team. I mean, these guys have just been amazing this year. They've been competing nationally. Bobby Valentine, a freshman coming in, participating on the Rocket League team. Big shout out to him and the whole rest of the team as well.
In that case, we're then going to move it up to the Rookies of the Year. And the men's side, you have Trent Giraffa, Jacob Parker, Sarpong Quabia, and Alan Tiroli. Giraffa with baseball, Harker with track and field, Quabia with soccer, and Tiroli with golf. Brett?
This was one of the hardest ones to make a decision for, in my opinion. I am going to end up going with Jacob Harker because I feel like he's just on record watch. Ever since he came to campus here, we've just been paying attention to him. He's been so consistently good, and I just have him over the others.
It's hard. It really is. Alan Tiroli coming out of Fort Cherry, freshman for the golf team. He's been shooting incredibly well. I was able to be the beat reporter for the men's golf team in the fall, and then in the spring, been following them. He's been doing great. Sarpan Quabia came onto the field, onto the pitch. Just amazing. There's like almost no words. Like it is so good. And you have Jacob Harker, as you said, been breaking records, is on record watch right now with the shot put for outdoor. And then Trent Giraffa. I mean, there's a little bit of bias for me. We both went to the same high school. And in this regard, I didn't think he was going to get a whole lot of time at first base. But then with that Matthew Mendoza injury that led for him to find his opportunity at first base, he's been hitting amazing. It's so hard. In this case, I think I'm going to go Sarpan Quabia. He just was game-changing for this men's team, and he really was able to put them in different circumstances, was able to win them certain games throughout their season. I'm going to go Sarpong here.
And we could be seeing Sarpong's name later on as well in some of our other categories, but let's flip over to the Women's Rookie of the Year, another crowded list. We have Natalie Double, Macy Justice, Abby Gugi, Amanda Pepe, Ella Rochelle, and Taylor Servert. Joey?
It's sometimes you can see like, oh, maybe this is a really stacked category because there's a lot of different opportunities that we can have. But in this case, I think it's clearly Amanda Pepe. She was as good or maybe even better as Jules Moorbacher's freshman season out on the pitch for the women's soccer team. And her stats just continued to show. She was breaking records that Moorbacher already set going into her sophomore year, and then Pepe coming in as a freshman were breaking those as a freshman. I think it's just too hard to not overlook, so give me Pepe for this one.
I went with Pepe as well. I feel like lightning really struck twice in terms of freshman class for this Waynesburg women's soccer team.
Oh, yeah. In this case, we're going to move over to individual performances of the year. So on the men's side of the individual performance of the year, you have Zane Colley versus Bethany, Michael Frankus versus Lancaster Bible, Jacob Harker at the PAC Indoor Championships, Isaiah Matthews at the PAC Outdoor Championships, Jesse Orban at the PAC Championships for wrestling, Gavin Pratt for baseball against Bethany, and then Quentin Weaver at PAC Indoor Championship. Brett?
I should have stopped you after the first one. No disrespect to any of the other nominees. Zane Colley, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns versus Bethany in a win on homecoming. Waynesburg's first win on homecoming in a number of years. This performance had it all. And none of that would have been possible if Bethany didn't call their last time out. Waynesburg kneeled on the ball on what would have been the final play of the game, but Bethany decided to call their timeout, which led to another Zane handoff, which gave him 50 more yards. How about that?
It just was incredible. Colley continued to make the plays that was necessary for Bethany to, kind of make troubles worse for them, or matters worse for themselves, making more problems that they had to deal with. In this case, Colley is definitely a strong one to look at. One that I am not leaning towards, but is one that you kind of have to look at, is Jesse Orban at the PAC Championship. He was dominant throughout the entire season, remained undefeated going into it, continued to be undefeated afterwards, but then got a loss when he was in the regional area. That is definitely one that you need to recognize, and that even if that doesn't win, you have to recognize the amazing things that he did for that. But in this case, I'm also going to partner with you on that, Brett, with Colley taking the win here for the men's individual performance of the year.
Which takes us to women's individual performance of the year. We have Callista Friday versus Carlo, Alexis Greenleaf versus Grove City, Grace Higgins in the PAC tournament, Waverly Lorne versus Geneva, Reagan Mittendorf at Teal, Ella Rochelle in the PAC Indoor Championships, Jordan Stein versus Grove City, Sydney Wilson versus Chatham, and Christina Zadrozny against Westminster. Crowded list there as well.
Very crowded list. Callista Friday against Carlo. That stands out to me as one of the ones that really kind of did light this women's basketball team on fire this season. I was there on the call with Benicio DeFalco. It was an amazing game. She was able to come in off the bench, had 30-plus points, tied her career record, and then broke it soon after that. It just was an amazing performance from Friday in that aspect. There's a lot of different ones that you can look on here, and it's very hard to make these decisions, especially with being involved with as much of these sports and seeing all of these players play as well as they have. But in this case, I'm going to go Callista Friday against Carlo.
Folks, Joe and I did not compare notes before we came on
We
the
did
show.
not.
I am also going to go with Calista Friday, and I can hear the Benicio DeFalco call in my head right now of Calista Friday going in for the N1, forcing overtime. A great performance in what was Waynesburg's little undefeated streak there in non-conference play. So I went with Calista Friday as well.
Moving on from that, we're going to go to the play of the year. In this case, for the women's side of the play of the year, is pretty heavy on the women's soccer side of things. To start it off on a volleyball, you have Maddie Dayton's kills against Bethany, then Waverly Lauren's goal versus Mount Union, Jules Moorbacher's goal at Chatham, and then Jules Moorbacher's goal versus Mount Aloysius. Brett?
There's a good chance it's a Moorbacher goal, 50% chance to be honest, but I went with the Mount Aloysius Moorbacher goal. It was super good. She split the defense. Poetic. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that. I am going with the Moorbacher goal, but not the Mount Aloysius. I'm going with the Chatham goal. I think it's more of just which one she's going to get, not if she'll get it. I think for this one, it's mainly, is it Mount Aloysius or is it going to be the Chatham goal? In this case, it's really hard to kind of narrow it down. Both of them are amazing goals that she had throughout the season. We'll see where it goes.
And then the men's play of the year, another crowded room, as if they all aren't. Anton Baker's dunk against Teal, dunked on Rob Thomas. Seth Bergdahl walk-off home run against Bethany. Jalen Davis dunk against Geneva. Jacob Harker shot put at the PACs. Sarpong Kwabi, a last-second goal against Lancaster Bible. Drew Pinkerton field goal, game winner against Allegheny. And PJ Suggs block and one at the other end.
I feel like a lot of these kind of simulate what has really gone on throughout this for the team's performance, not really as a play. In that aspect, when you look at Pinkerton's field goal against Allegheny, that game entirely was just well played from both the Allegheny Gators side, but also the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets side, and he was just able to secure that victory. So I wouldn't say that would be a play of the year, maybe like a moment. But in this case, I also have to give reference to the Jalen Davis dunk at Geneva. We were able to get that from our very own Seth Adams, who was able to get that from the stands. It was an amazing shot, but in this case, I don't think it's him. I think it really does go to Sarpong Kwabia and his goal against Lancaster Bible. If you look at this list and you watch his goal, it is breathtaking. Every single second that he has with that, the curve on everything, it screams play of the year.
And for the sake of, I don't want to pick the same one as you every time, I'm going to change my pick to Seth Bergdahl's walk-off against Bethany. It was an amazing come-from-behind win, capped off with a walk-off homer by Seth Bergdahl, who's having another great season this year.
Moving over to the breakout athlete of the year on the women's side, you have Bella DeMarc, Waverly Lauren, Clara Page Miller, Jaden Sturm, Grace Tanksley, and Carista Wilson. In this case, I don't know. Where are you going with this one?
I'm going Clara Page Miller. I feel like she really evolved into a solid bench piece, started some games as well this year for the women's team, and just had an overall great season, developed a three-pointer. That's who I'm going with here.
In this case, I think it's if you look at the basketball side of things, you could definitely see a lot of different players that aren't even nominated to go on this list. In my case, I'm going to take Waverly Lauren. Not only did she play for the women's lacrosse team that is unfortunately no longer a part of the athletics here, but in the soccer side of things, she was able to keep them consistent, was able to give the ball to either Pepe or Warbacher at any point throughout the game. So I'm going Waverly Lauren on the breakout athlete of the year.
And for the men's breakout athlete of the year, we have Matthew Corte-Gaskell, Jacob Harker, Michael Canoe, Tyler Richmond, John Stewart, and PJ Suggs. Who you have here?
It's really hard to go in this list, and because there's a lot of guys that aren't just freshmen, that they just really came in and they were able to do a great senior year or just a great like sophomore or junior year, anything like that. Michael Canoe had an amazing season that was kind of started off a little cold but really heated up, kind of faded away towards the end. But I think the one that I'm going with is PJ Suggs. He came into this not knowing if he was going to be on a starting position. He wasn't starting in last season, came into this season, was able to take control of a lot of different things. Number 2 on the men's basketball team. That's my pick.
I kind of a similar storyline as you. I did not go with PJ Suggs. I'm going with Tyler Richmond, and it's the case of Waynesburg football did not really have a wide receiver 2 this year coming in behind Isaac Trout. The position was wide open. There was a lot of plays in the offense for whoever it was going to be, and that man was Tyler Richmond, and that's who I have as my breakout player of the year. A lot of touchdowns, a lot of great performances, a couple of head-top catches, he had it all.
Moving over to team of the year for both of these, less crowded as we've talked about in the past. For the women's team, you have softball, the spring of 2024, and women's soccer. Women's soccer has a lot of personal nominations here throughout the categories, but in this case, softball had an amazing season. I'm going softball.
I'm going softball as well. I know they fell short of the three-peat, but it was truly still an amazing season as they were able to, even making the championship was impressive, coming out as a 6th seed in the bracket.
Yeah.
And then for the men's team of the year, another 1v1 here. We have baseball versus outdoor track and field. I went with baseball, tying the program record in wins at 23. Ultimately, they lost in the first round of the baseball playoffs, but still a great regular season from them.
It was one of those seasons that a lot of players and a lot of the outside views were not as positive going into the season. They weren't really looking at it as we're going to be going to the playoffs, we're going to be doing all of this that we saw from them. And in one of these categories we're going to be talking about in a few seconds is their 7-game win streak that they had was just impeccable, and what they continued to do after that. So I'm also going with you on this one with baseball for team of the year.
That will take us to the big ones, really. Well, actually, we have team performances of the year, I guess, first to get through.
Team performances.
Starting off with the men under team performances, you just mentioned it. Baseball, 7-game win streak. Outdoor track and field at the PAC championships, and football against Allegheny. Who do you have at this one?
I'm going football against Allegheny. As I said before, Pinkerton was able to get that victory for them. I don't think that was, the play of the year, but I think that it was definitely a moment, a performance of the year. So I'm taking football against Allegheny, an amazing back and forth game that went really well into the night. I'm going with Allegheny football against them.
That was one of the most hard-fought wins I think I've seen, period. I, however, went with outdoor track and field at the PAC championships. Looking back, I think they had 7 people place, whether it was first, second, or third. A lot of different categories. I feel like it was overall just a very good team performance from the outdoor track and field team that day.
When we move over to the women's team performance of the year, you have basketball over Grove City, soccer versus WNJ, volleyball against Bethany, and volleyball against Grove City as well, and the softball playoff run that they had. In this case, I'm going to give it to basketball over Grove City. Basketball was able to come into this season not really knowing what's going to go on. They were able to get that 4-0 start in non-conference play, came into the conference play not too hot, but then they were able to define their way, and this Grove City game was one of those. It was one of the best games they put on all season and really shows the potential they have going into next season. So give me basketball over Grove City.
I went with the Grove City moment as well, but I picked the volleyball side of things. This was a big win for the volleyball program, Hope Johnston in her first year. And it had been a rough patch against Grove City. Going back, looking at the historical results, they had not beaten Grove City in several years. Earning that win late in the season was really important and impressive for that program.
Moving over to the prestigious awards, the most prestigious out of all of them, although all of these are very prestigious. You have the Men's Athlete of the Year. Nominees are Anton Baker, Zane Cawley, Jacob Harker, Andrew Casper, Dalton Lucy, Seth Masadi, Isaiah Matthews, Jesse Orban, and Quentin Weaver. In this case, I'm going to be going with Zane Cawley, the Offensive PAC Player of the Year. He had an amazing year overall. It's really hard to not deny him this. I really do think it's between two guys, and I think you might have who else I'm talking about.
Yeah, so very interestingly enough, for individual performance of the year, you went with Orban, I went with Cawley. For Men's Athlete of the Year, you went with Cawley, and I'm going with Orban. Jesse Orban, the PAC champion. That's who I have coming out of the gauntlet here to win Men's Athlete of the Year. Dominant season, and I can't wait to see what he does again next year.
We'll see what happens, and I definitely think that he should be looked at in this category. If it's not Cawley, I want it to be Orban.
Which takes us to Women's Athlete of the Year. Maddie Dayton, Callista Friday, Waverly Lorne, Jules Moorbacher, Ella Rochelle, and Sydney Wilson are your nominees. I went with Maddie Dayton here, the dual sport athlete. Had a great senior night in basketball as well as a great volleyball season. Almost broke her career high on senior night. Very good stretch to end the season, multiple games in double figures.
In this case, I'm also going with a dual sport athlete, but not in Madison Dayton, going with Jules Moorbacher. Within the soccer side of things, she was able to do an amazing job leading this team and continuing to push them forward when they needed to be, but then also on the basketball side of things, being under the paint, getting the ball, dishing it out whenever she needed, or just getting those simple layups. She was able to do that throughout the entire season. Moorbacher wins Athlete of the Year.
Well, that'll do it for our WUESPYs pregame show. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to send it down to the Goodwin Performing Arts Center where Josh Sumner will take it away.
testing. Just a quick announcement. Here. If you could move to the middle of your row, we have more student athletes than I think is room in the GPAC, and that's a win. But if you are not in the middle, can you move to the middle so that men's soccer, who competed today, has a place to sit?
Hello, everyone. Here with running back Zane Cawley. Zane, last year come in about halfway through the year, really take over, just run as the leader for this team. And then this year, same thing all over again, do a fantastic job all year. What's been like for you as the leader for this team and for the last year and a half really to take the leading position in the running back room?
For me, honestly, it was really just learning from my seniors. When I came in, I had a good group of seniors, Justin Flagg, Hunter Cameron, Nick Will, and those guys really established this program where it is now, and now it's up to us as seniors to take it to the next level. And I really just thank them for that. And, we're just rising up every day and putting in that work.
So this year you're nominated for Male Athlete of the Year. What's it like for you to be compared in the top of the male athletes here on campus here at Waynesburg?
I don't know. I think it's just, every day you got to separate yourself. You got to put in work. You got to stand out. You can't be normal. You can't be like everybody else. You got to put in countless hours. When everybody else is going out and partying and trying to have fun, you got to be in the gym. You got to be working. You got to separate yourself. And also, you can't just be by yourself. You got to have your teammates with you. They'll push you. You can push them, and it's really just, once again, it's a team thing. Without my teammates, I wouldn't be where I am.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, here with Tyler Richmond. Tyler, first year on the team, and you took off. What was it like to be able to get out there first year and just have such a successful season?
It was really good. Thanks to the boys on the team and Coach Coleman for really believing in me, and it felt really good, honestly. I knew I had it in me, and it was really nice to show.
So for you, what was maybe the biggest difference for you from high school football, especially with Carmichael's a smaller 1A school, to now Waynesburg collegiate football?
Honestly, I'd probably say the playbook. It was a lot more complex in high school. We just did hand signals in high school, so kind of learning the playbook and getting into the rhythm and how fast the game is in college, it was kind of a big adjustment for me, but it ended up being well.
All right, thank you very much. Currently here with Jules Moorbacher. Jules, this year, women's soccer, another successful season led by you up front. What was it like this year to see back-to-back successful seasons with you being a part and near the front of the reign there?
It was definitely really exciting and just a lot of fun to be a part of that. You definitely love when it's a successful season, so yeah, it was really fun.
So what awards are you nominated for here tonight?
Something for not a last minute goal, but something like that. Probably like women's athlete of the year or something like that. So yeah.
So that's a pretty big accomplishment. You're competing with some of the best women's athletes on campus. What would that be like for you if you came away with the award?
Really cool. It would be a really great honor. Definitely something to be proud of. So yeah, I just think it would be an awesome opportunity.
Thank you very much. Currently here with the freshmen on the women's soccer team. Ladies, the question for you, this year's successful season and being a first-year member of the team, what was it like? What was your overall take on the season?
I thought the environment was just great, and I was just so happy to be a part of this team. They're all wonderful ladies, and we all just pick each other up so well.
I think we had a very good fall season, and all these women are great, and I'm so happy to be playing with each and every one of them, and we'll see what next fall brings, but it's going to be great.
Basically the same. It's like a family here. All the girls are so close, which is just a good atmosphere, and I'm excited for the next seasons, and hopefully we can make it farther than we did last fall.
As they all said, it's been a great year. We all love each other, and we can't wait to have next year and make it even better.
I think this past season, all the girls worked really hard, and I love all of them so much, and I think we did amazing, and I think we could do better next fall season.
It's been a great season. When we all came, we all got really close, and it was immediately a family, and I can't wait to see what we get next year.
Great season, as they said. We're having a great spring season currently, and I can't wait to bring in the new freshmen and just have that same family mentality that we've had so far.
Thank you very much.
Here with a couple members of the volleyball team. Guys, what did you think about your performance as a team against Grove City?
I think that going into my senior year, it'll be a very good opportunity for us to build upon for next year, so I'm very excited for next year.
It was a really passionate game for us. We had a lot riding on that game. We know we were playing up against our old coach, and it was kind of a good one to end on for our home season.
It was really exciting as a senior to play in that game. just going out with a big win like that, especially against, our old coach that was here, just to show her what we had, and it was really awesome to play with everybody here.
Guys, appreciate it. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks. Here with Coach Johnson of volleyball. Coach, what did you think about your performance against Grove City last season?
I was very happy with our performance against Grove City. This was the first time the program had beat Grove City since 2009. The girls came into the game with a lot of excitement, a lot of fire, and they showed up, performed, were extremely coachable, and the fruits of their labor showed.
What are some of your expectations heading into next season?
Next season, I'm expecting improvement. I would like to have a winning season. We will have majority a new team next year, so it's going to be a lot of training, a lot of learning, but I'm very excited that my returning players are going to be able to step up and be leaders, so I'm expected to have a good season.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Here with senior goalkeeper for the men's soccer team, Michael Frankus. Michael, this year, another predominant and successful year for you. What's it like to be able to share that, especially with your last year in goal?
Oh, it's great. I've just really enjoyed my entire time here with the boys and everything. I've enjoyed the relationships I've been able to build, and in the end, that's really what it's all about.
So for you, you've been here 4 years. What has been the atmosphere here at the WUESPYs? What has been maybe your favorite thing so far about the WUESPYs?
My favorite thing about the WUESPYs is just being able to see everybody, all the sports teams on campus, be able to come out and meet in one place and just, support each other.
All right, thank you very much, Michael. Hello, everyone, here with Thomas Pallone, head coach of Jeanette Football, but as well, our guest speaker for tonight for the WUESPYs. So, Thomas and Coach, I guess, for you, what's it like to come to Waynesburg and be able to guest speak here for the WUESPYs?
It's truly an honor to be here. It's a great event. This has always been an event where the students come out, the student athletes come out, and it's great to recognize those who had great seasons, and I'm really honored to be here tonight.
So have you been here before? Have you kind of seen the atmosphere at all before?
Yes, you know what? I think one of the original ESPYs I was at, when this thing started. So it's great that this thing really kept alive and kept going. And, really appreciate, WU Comp being here, which is an elite group.
Thank you. And what's maybe the biggest difference for you that you've seen from the very beginning to now?
I'd say the energy, man. The energy in the room. There's people taking pictures. There's the female athletes in dresses, the guys in suits. They're ready to go. So this is a great event. I'm thrilled to open this thing up tonight.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pallone, for joining us. Here with Dr. Sumner. Now, for you, hosting once again, what's it like once again to be back to host the WUESPYs?
Yeah, our coaches are really good at yelling at referees and coaching their athletes, but apparently they don't love getting in front of the mic to host the ESPYs, the WUESPYs here. And so it's just a joy to celebrate student athletes. It's an awesome opportunity to celebrate their achievements, their accomplishments, their team goals, everything they've done this year. And so to be on the mic and to announce the winners, it's just a gift. So I'm grateful for Athletic Director Tim Fusina and Coach Sam Jones for letting me do this for the third year in a row.
So for you, for those 3 years, what maybe has been the biggest difference from 3 years ago to now?
Honestly, just the participation. A couple of years ago, there was a good amount, like 75% of the GPAC was full, but last year it was like 90%. This year we expect even over 100% of that space filled up with student athletes, and that's just exciting. I think students need to be celebrated. Oftentimes they're competitive, oftentimes they're just grinding all year, but to have this moment to celebrate them, it's an amazing opportunity.
And now the biggest question for you, do you have any corny jokes or good jokes lined up for us in the Open?
We'll have to see. I've got a couple. It's always dangerous. You got to be careful, right? So we'll see what I pull out here.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sumner.
Well, good evening. Good evening and welcome to the 2024, last spring through right now 2025 WUESPY Student Athlete Celebration right here at Waynesburg University. Starting in 1993, ESPN had an annual award show recognizing individual and team athletic achievements titled the ESPY Awards, short for Excellence in Sports Performance Yearly Awards. Similar to the Grammys for music, the Emmys for television, the Academy Awards for film, and the Tony Awards for theater. The ESPYs are to celebrate athletics and athletic accomplishments. This WUESPY event is to celebrate you, the student athletes right here at Waynesburg University, and the athletic accomplishments at this institution. Somebody want to make some noise? I thought I heard some claps, yeah. For the third year in a row, and perhaps it's for a lack of applicants, it's my honor to serve as the MC for this evening's festivities. And I just found out that tonight it is live streamed on the Department of Communications YouTube, and I had to go back and maybe tweak some of my jokes because they're kind of like one-time Chaplin, like probably shouldn't have these jokes in the script, and they're going to be on the internet. So if I'm not here after next Tuesday, you'll probably know why. But if you've managed not to attend chapel all year, or you chose a different professor for BMS 106, my name is Josh Sumter, and it is nice to meet you. As a faculty member and university chaplain, it is an absolute joy to journey with you during your time at Waynesburg University. And it is an honor to witness the ways that you represent Waynesburg University, both in home events, but when you go away and travel, you represent Waynesburg University. In my last 2 years as host, I brought a few jokes to open the celebration. But tonight I was running a bit behind. Some of you might have seen my latest Instagram post. I was in Washington, D.C. until about 4 o'clock today. And so like many of you on your papers, in BMS 106, I started to use ChatGPT to write my script for tonight. My ChatGPT prompt, write an opening monologue for the WUESPY event that is funny, encouraging, celebratory, and will not offend the athletic director, Tim Fusina. And what it produced, it really wasn't that great. Like a few of your papers, it wasn't that great. Just joking, just joking. Some of you didn't even submit the assignments this semester. But you're here, and so let's get started with the script. Good evening, Waynesburg University. Welcome to the most exciting night of the year at WU. Well, almost. I heard that there was a window broken at the football house, and that sounded like quite the ordeal. But this is a special celebration to honor you and to make some noise for you, the student athletes at Waynesburg University. And so I want you to look around the room. Look around the room. Fall, winter, spring athletes on the field, on the court, in the esports arena, all over this campus. There are student competitors here, and I want you to make some noise for each other. Let's go. Let's go. Now, I'm not sure if you heard about this. The McNeese State basketball team has a student manager named Amir Ara Khan, and he makes more NIL money than all of our coaches' salaries combined here at Waynesburg University. And so I want to let our coaches know that you love them too, because they coach, right? Because they love the sport and they care for Waynesburg University student athletes. And so let's make some noise for our coaches. How about the assistant coaches? Let's go. Graduate assistants? Do you guys have grad assistants? Let's go. Let's not forget our unsung heroes that spend endless time taping ankles and filling ice bags and serving as your personal counselors. Make some noise for athletic trainers. If you didn't catch who that was for, that's AT, athletic trainers. How about a few of the support staff members that are out there? There's the man that takes photos, he confirms box scores, he writes press releases, he updates the website, he covers you on social media, and if he wasn't the SID, that would all be kind of creepy how much he covers you. Let's give it up for our sports information director, Mr. Andy Stanko. He's in the front. A special thank you to his grad assistant as well, Logan Hahn. Special thank you, too, to the man that makes you run up the Washington Street Hill towards the chapel, which doesn't seem like a big deal until you get to that last 15 to 20 meters, and then it's like death. Make some noise for your strength and conditioning coach, Dr. Randy Pettit. To one of the individuals on campus that I think has the best shoe game. He organizes the equipment. He makes sure the laundry gets done while assisting with WU Hoops. He also coaches the JV roster at WU, does intramurals, basically does a ton of stuff that not everybody knows about. Make some noise for Coach Tom Weiler. Coach Tom is heading to his alma mater, so this will be his last WUESPYs, and so congrats to him. Let's go. I want to give a shout out to one of our newest staff members, and according to Yik Yak, she is chill, ASFNGL, which I had to use Urban Dictionary, and it told me something really, okay, anyways. She's the most chill employee here at Waynesburg University, Miss Kayla Green. Up in the booth, I just want to make note of a coach that increased his season win total. This year, 14 wins above last year. He's the advisor for SAC's Student Athletic Advisory Committee, and he's in the booth running all the slides tonight, Coach Sam Jones. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend. The only person that I know that can go 1.5 hours straight on an elliptical machine in the fitness center. I thought I was good going 20 minutes. I thought I was good maybe going 30 minutes. And then I witnessed a man on the elliptical talking to a recruit, at the same time processing a transfer portal request, changing the spring and softball baseball schedules due to bad weather, and still being disgusted by referees. Waynesburg University Athletic Director and men's basketball coach, Coach Tim Fusina. I mean, has anybody been in the fitness center when the man's on the elliptical? It's a work of art. Waynesburg University is home to some of the most hardworking, talented, and driven athletes. And I need you to hear this because sometimes I don't know if you fully believe this about yourselves. But Waynesburg University is home to some of the most hardworking, talented, and driven athletes, coaches, and support staff that you'll find anywhere. Tonight is a celebration of your hard work. The hours that you've spent on your craft, the hours that you've spent impacting people on and off the field or the courts, and the many ways that you have made, and I believe this wholeheartedly, the ways that you've made Waynesburg University a better institution. And tonight is not just about the awards, and there are legitimate awards. They are very shiny. Look at up, they're very shiny, right? But it's about the celebration of relationships. It's the celebration of teammates. It's the celebration of what it means to be a Yellow Jacket. And all of that has taken place this year. And once again, this ceremony, it goes back to last spring because spring sports haven't fully been completed this spring. And it runs through winter sports 24-25. Before we get to the annual awards, and it is an exciting time, I want to welcome our WUESPY guest speaker, Thomas Pallone Jr. He's a 2014 Waynesburg University graduate who played football and golf for the Yellow Jackets. Pallone was a key part of the 2012 PAC championship football team that went 10-1 and defeated Carnegie Mellon in the ECAC Bowl. He was awarded the PAC and ECAC Special Teams Player of the Week during his senior season. Pallone served on the Leadership Council for the football program and was the VP of SAC, the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, for the President's Athletic Conference. Pallone is currently an industrial auctioneer with the M. Davis Group, and he's completed millions of dollars of liquidation transactions and valuated thousands of businesses for acquisition and financial purposes. Currently, Pallone is the head football coach of the Jeannette Jayhawks at Jeannette High School. It's about 20 miles southeast of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And so let's make some noise for Thomas Pallone Jr.
you very much. Thank you very much, Waynesburg. Clap it up for yourselves. It's great to be here tonight. Usually, you know, for these things, they usually have Tom Brady up here, but you guys get Tommy Pallone. I don't know who's better off, but I'm a couple $100 million short, you know, a little less good looking, and, you know, I am younger, so I have that on him. So there'll be a survey at the end of this, so just make your comments for that. So I just want to thank Waynesburg University, you know, the athletic department, Student Athlete Advisory Committee for having me tonight, Sam Jones, President Doug Lee. You know, when I was here in 2014, Waynesburg didn't have a SAC, and I started it with Sam Jones. I actually was a VP of the conference, which I was very proud of. We did a lot of great things, so a lot of respect for WUSAC and what it does for student athletes to make it a better place. So clap it up for WUSAC. And I tell you my story because it may be able to help you, okay? You know, I was at Jeannette High School. I'm a Jeannette alumni. I'm very proud Jeannette alumni. You know, I came to Waynesburg. I had an interview to get into school. It was very, as you know, it's a very high-achieving academic school. Was not a great student at Jeannette High School, and interviewed to get into school and met a coach here that, you know, really believed in me, Rick Shepis, who I still talk to once a week. You know, came here, you know, played football, played golf. Great staff here that at the time, Rick Shepis, Scott Vienick, Matt Stansfield, Rich Bowen, who actually passed away last year. He was our OC. You know, I talk to Rick Shepis once a week, and I know that there's mega relationships that you guys are building here, which is a special place. And what the MC just said, you know, Waynesburg athletes, Waynesburg alumni, it's some of the best in the world, and I truly believe that. So came here at Waynesburg, played all 4 years of football. At Jeannette, we had a Big Ten Heisman Trophy candidate in the quarterback room with myself, Terrell Pryor. You know, he went to Ohio State, played for Jim Tressel. You know, I took over shortly after that and played at Jeannette, got recruited here, and came here, and the record holder for passing yards was here, Boo Dawson. You know, while I was here, we had a transfer come in from Tiffin. Carter Hill, who is now the reigning record holder at quarterback. I got moved to running back, and started, and the rest is history. Our defense coordinator, Scott Vienick, was a golf coach. You know, I have a background in golf. I was a caddy growing up, which could be relevant to tell you how I got employed. So I played on the golf team as well. So while I was here at Waynesburg, I met a special guy. You know, as I was growing up in Jeannette, I caddied at Westmoreland Country Club. It's a great course. If anybody plays Woo Golf, I'd be happy to have you out there. I met a guy named Martin Davis. Martin Davis is now the owner of my company, M. Davis Group. I studied criminal justice here. Criminal justice school here is elite. If you're a criminal justice student, you are at an elite university for criminal justice. I left Waynesburg. I got offered by United States Secret Service, Homeland Security, Pennsylvania State Police, all because I was here at Waynesburg. They prepared me greatly for that degree. So I'm very excited for those who are in criminal justice. But every time I got offered Martin Urban Davis, I interned with him at the time. I met him when I was a teenager. Before I came to Waynesburg, I was a golf caddy. So it was a great summer job. I was very serious about my training, you know, football and golf. And, you know, it was great to set my own schedule and caddy. So every time I got offered, he'd make it really hard to offer me. So, you know, long story short, you could say I'm not using my degree, which is false, because at age 29, I got hired at my dream job at Jeannette High School. I'm an alumni there, a proud alumni. Age 29, I was a head football coach, took over a 1-9 program, and, you know, I'm going into year 4, and we just got eliminated in the semifinal, you know, with 9 wins. So started the first year 3-8 and 9 wins. But I tell you all this because being a student athlete at Waynesburg, being a student athlete, being a Division III athlete, right, you develop habits. You develop habits that not the rest of the world have. Maybe not the rest of the world at Division I have, right? A student athlete's a special person, especially at Division III, okay? And since we're at the WUESPYs, you know, Jimmy Valvano, he gave his 3 at the ESPN ESPYs when he was dying of cancer. His big 3 was, you know, you always got to look at where you were, where you are now, and where you're going, okay? And I think that's relevant. I use that relevant in my life. I encourage you to use that. But I'm going to give you my big 3, right? In order for you to be successful when you leave here, okay? And I'm telling you this because I'm just a guy from Jeanette, interviewed to get into school, right? Played for all 4 years here, football, golf, and you guys will do the same. If you guys do these 3 fundamental things, I promise you'll be successful. 1, TNT. If anybody knows what that means, TNT, right? It's not the explosiveness. It takes no talent, okay? Takes no talent. If you take no talent, things that take no talent, your attitude, okay? Your attitude every day, your effort. Guys, I have no background in industrial auctioneering, 0, right? Met the owner, taught me everything I know. Went to the Martin Irwin Davis auctioneer firm, auctioneer school, which is my owner. He taught me everything I know, okay? My attitude, my effort, and learning what I do, okay? I'm very proud, to have conversation with my ownership now that they're going to make me an M. Davis Group kid for a long time, okay? So TNT, takes no effort. Be on time. Your attitude, your effort. Number 2, your purpose and identity. You guys might be finding that out now. I know I found my purpose, my identity at Waynesburg. Never forget who you are, okay? As you guys leave here, a lot of things are going to happen to you. A lot of things have happened to me. A lot of failures. But guess what? Same people that were with me when I was successful here were the same people with me when I've failed, okay? In business, in my life, right? Being 3 and 8 at Jeanette. Same people, same teammates, same coaches that I've met here. So never forget who you are. You can ask the management at M. Davis Group and my coaches here. I would think they would say the same thing. I know that because that's who I am. Never forget who you are. TNT, right? Purpose and identity. Number 3, okay? This is the best one of them all. If you just do this one, I promise you'll be successful, right? What's it say in 1 Corinthians 13:13? Let me remind you. And now these things remain: faith, hope, and the most important one of these is love, right? If you love what you do, I promise you, and you lead with love in your life, in your profession, and everything that you do, I promise you will be successful, okay? There's a lot of 5 a.m. flights, right, to get back for practice. I'm very proud of what I do. Industrial auctioneering, if I can ever help you, if you guys ever need to have a conversation on business, I'm happy to have it. But we travel over North America. I'm still a high school football coach. I take it very seriously, okay? We run a full off season, right? We have 25 players. We just got done with the semifinal. Very passionate about it, okay? But it's all out of love, right? Gets me out of bed every day, right? Energy, passion, love, right? Every day. And that makes what makes you better. It makes you better at what you do, okay? And it'll drive you, all right? So TNT, purpose, right? Identity, and number 3 is love, okay? Guys, I really appreciate being here tonight. I congratulate everybody getting the award tonight. You guys worked hard. This is a special place in D3 week. If I can ever help you, I'm very easy to find. I'm either at Jeanette High School or I'm at the M. Davis Group, or again, I'm here at WUE tonight. So I really appreciate you guys. Have a great night, and thank you. Take a picture. Yep.
He's right there, Paul. This is for the Honored Alumni Award, Thomas Pallone Jr. Thank you, Thomas. It's good to see you. Presenting this evening's awards will be women's basketball and tennis player, SAC President Aubrey Burns, and tennis player and VP of SAC, Julia Luzar. We will also ask that if you are the recipient of an award, please come up. You will get your award, and you will turn. You will smile appropriately, and Mr. Paul Hicks will take a really nice photo of you. If you are a winner at the very end of tonight's festivities, please remain and come to the stage so they can get a big group photo of all of the recipients of awards. And now for the very first award of the 2024-2025 WUESPYs. Let's make some noise for that. The first award is for Reporter of the Year, a member of the Department of Communication. Meg Berry, Seth Adams, Mia Henkins, and Dean Shazer. And the winner is Meg Berry.
Here with back-to-back Reporter of the Year, Meg Berry. Meg, first of all, congratulations. And what were some of the emotions that were kind of going through your head winning it a second time?
It's a blessing. All of this wouldn't be possible without my fellow comm friends. I mean, you guys have supported me through everything that I do, and I don't think I would be successful if I didn't have that support. So the emotions going through my head was just praise to God and just so thankful, yeah.
As a senior communication student leaving Waynesburg after this semester, is this a good way to end it off?
Yeah, I would say so. I definitely was super happy, very thankful that this was like the icing of the cake of my senior year. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Meg. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Just another special acknowledgement, along with the Department of Athletics. The Department of Communication does a phenomenal job with their truck and their cameras and their announcers, and they're celebrating you as student athletes. Can we give a round of applause, not only for Meg, but for the Department of Communications? Next, we have the Female Student Athlete of the Year, and there are a lot of candidates. Please note that these candidates were endorsed by members of SAC, by coaches, by members of your team, and that's how their names are up here. Meg Berry, Aubrey Burns, Maddie Hill, Waverly Lorne, Reagan Mittendorf, Paige Mortimer, Alyssa Rager, Jordan Stein, Jocelyn Stifler, Grace Tanksley, and Sydney Wilson are the candidates for Women's Student Athlete of the Year. We need to do something for and the winner is. Can we make a little noise? What do you like? There we go, there we go. And the winner is Aubrey Burns.
I'm here with Aubrey Burns, Women's Scholar of the Year. What are the emotions going through your head right now?
Honestly, I'm just really proud of myself and all my hard work. I'm really excited that I won this, and I thank all my peers for recognizing that.
What is your advice for student athletes kind of balancing that busy schedule, busy life?
Honestly, my favorite thing to do is to write out my schedule, weekly schedule, write down my classes, assignments, practice, anything I need to do goes in my calendar, and I know exactly how to manage my time.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
The next category, Men's Student Athlete of the Year. This is the Scholar Athlete of the Year category. Our candidates: Kyle Casella, men's cross country, track and field, business major. Andrew Casper, men's cross country, track and field, was a nursing major. And Seth Masadi of men's soccer, marketing major. We need a little drum roll. And the winner is a tie. Andrew Casper, who graduated last spring, and Seth Masadi, men's soccer. A much longer walk. Congratulations, Seth Masadi.
Here with Seth Masadi. Seth, congratulations again. What were some of the emotions that were going through your head when you heard your name called?
just thought it was really cool. You know, it's cool to get awards, and if they can be academic and athletic at the same time, that's the best case scenario.
I was going to say, how do you kind of balance both the academics and athletics? I know it's a lot here at Waynesburg.
Yeah, I mean, you come to school to do academics, and being able to do athletics is just a added benefit. So school comes first always.
Seth, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
One of the really cool parts of tonight's program, embedded into the awards, are highlights from each of the seasons. The highlights that we have right now are from spring 2024. Enjoy these highlights. If you don't know what's going on here, this is a big comeback. I'm not a comm major. I'm not going to give play-by-play. But a 15-7 victory. They need some music on the highlight. Oh. Oh. It's frozen. This seems like a good time to tell you that Waynesburg Baseball will be on the road this week at St. Vincent Wednesday, at Westminster April 12th, and then home versus Grove City on April 17th. Oh, I think that was our guy catching it. Oh my, baseball highlights. That's a PAC title ream, right? Oh, man.
Here with Trent Giraffa of baseball. Trent, you're nominated for Rookie of the Year tonight. What kind of an honor is that for you?
I mean, it is really an honor, but I can really just thank my teammates, my coaches, and even everybody that's got me to this point. I couldn't do it without them, obviously. And go Bees.
Baseball is also nominated for a couple of team awards. What are you expecting to see out of that tonight? What kind of an honor is it to be nominated as a group?
I think there's a lot of excitement around the team. We obviously had an historic season last year, set the single-season win record. So I think everybody's excited, and we'll see how the vote turns out.
Thanks, Trent. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hello, I'm here with Macy Justice, freshman women's star on the basketball team. Macy, you were nominated tonight for Women's Rookie of the Year. For you, what's it like as a freshman to get all this playing time and have a lot of success overall with the team as well?
Honestly, I think it's a big confidence builder, but I think all of our success comes as a team for our individual successes as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Here with Gavin Pratt of baseball. Gavin, you were nominated for your performance last year against Bethany. What kind of an honor is that for you?
It's a big honor just coming here as a transfer and coming off not the best year and getting a good game under my belt. So everything was feeling good that game, so I'm pretty proud of my performance that day.
Now, baseball as a whole, they are also nominated for a couple of team awards. What are you expecting to see from that tonight, and what kind of an honor is that for you guys as a group?
I think we did a pretty good job together last year. Won a lot of conference games, and I think it's a pretty big honor. We're a good group of boys, and we just had a good team chemistry, so thankful to be nominated for those couple awards.
Gavin, appreciate it. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
And let's make some noise for our spring athletic teams. All right, back to the awards. Women's Rookie of the Year. Natalie Double, Women's Outdoor Track and Field. Macy Justice, Women's Basketball. Abby Googie, Women's Soccer. Amanda Pepe, Women's Soccer. Ella Rochelle, Women's Outdoor Track and Field. And Taylor Sievert, Women's Cross Country Track and Field. Let's make a rumble here. And the winner is Abby Googie. One of the best defenders in the PAC. Make some noise for women's soccer player, Abby Googie.
All right, everyone, back here again. Abby Googie, first of all, congratulations. What's it like right now? What's going through your mind as you hold the award?
I'm honestly shocked. I'm so grateful for my team and my coach, and I'm just, no words. No words.
No words. I know we talked earlier about the freshmen having impacted the team's success now. What are you looking forward towards for next year for women's soccer, especially with the impact you've had this year?
I hope next year that we can push to past where we were last year, and I hope we win PAC.
Very nice, very nice. Congratulations.
Men's Rookie of the Year. Trent Giraffa, baseball. Jacob Harker, men's outdoor track and field. Sarpong Kwabia, men's soccer. And Alan Tarali, men's golf. Thank you. And your winner is Sarpong Kwabia. Once again, make some noise for Sarpong Kwabia.
Hello, everyone. Standing here with Sarpong Kwabia, men's athlete rookie of the year. Right now, what's going through your mind, Sarpong?
I'm just excited, honestly, especially as a freshman. I feel really blessed to be in a situation like this.
Fantastic year all around, consistently making headlines with Waynesburg sports. What are you looking forward to most next year? Maybe not even just with men's soccer, but as an athlete in general and helping represent the WUESPY community.
Obviously, the PAC title is one of the things that I have in my mind, and also just carry on, being a fantastic player and helping develop the program on and off the field.
All righty, congratulations, Tarpo.
All right, thank you very much.
Callista Friday, women's basketball, scored a career-high 32 points in an overtime victory over Carlo. Alexis Greenleaf, a career-high in saves against eventual PAC champion Grove City. Grace Higgins, softball, hit over 400 in the PAC tournament, leading the team to a PAC championship. Waverly Lorne, women's soccer, I just can't read that font, had 1 goal and 2 assists over Geneva, big W. Reagan Mittendorf, women's soccer, had 1 goal and 2 assists in a victory over Teal. Ella Rochelle, if you didn't notice, even this past week on Instagram, I saw that she broke some more records, her own records, and she won events at the PAC Indoor Championships. Sydney Wilson, softball, shutout and plenty of great performances and broke the all-time strikeouts record at Waynesburg University, softball. Jordan Stein, women's volleyball, had a ton of digs, defeating our former coach at Grove City in a huge victory over Grove City. And Christina Zadrozny, women's volleyball, with a career high in kills in a great victory over Westminster. Women's individual performance of the year. And the winner is Sydney Wilson versus Chatham. Once again, let's make some noise for Sydney Wilson. And men's individual performance of the year. Representing football, Zane Cawley rushed for 249 yards and 3 touchdowns in the homecoming victory over Bethany College. Was also D3Football.com team, made the team of the week. Michael Frankus, men's soccer, matched the program record with 14 saves in a 2-1 victory over Lancaster Bible College. Jacob Harker, indoor track and field. He set the WU shot put record and weight throw records at the PAC Indoor Championships and was the PAC shot put champion and 4th in the weight throw. Quentin Weaver, indoor track and field, had a ton of great performances and broke a number of his own records. Jesse Orban, men's wrestling, went 3-0 with 3 bonus point victories to win the 174-pound title at the PAC Championships. Gavin Pratt, baseball, struck out 10 batters in a win over Bethany. And Isaiah Matthews, outdoor track and field from last spring, 2024, won the 100-meter dash, the PAC title, and had a number of great performances at the championships. Rumble. Men's individual performance of the year, and the winner is Jesse Orban. Men's wrestling. Once again, congratulations to our 174-pound champion, Jesse Orban. Now to our team performances. Women's team performance of the year, and there are plenty to choose from here. Women's basketball over Grove City. An incredible 4th quarter. First win over a PAC tournament qualifier and win over Grove City in quite some time. Women's soccer over Washington and Jefferson College, and a W&J win it just always tastes better. Man, I hate W&J. If you wear black and red on this campus, you gotta go, okay? Women's soccer victory over W&J, and you can put that on YouTube. Let's go, Jackets. Volleyball versus Bethany. defeated defending PAC champion Bethany for the first time since 2009. Volleyball versus Grove City. Eliminated Grove City from the PAC tournament contention with a 5-set win after falling behind 2-0. And a softball playoff run that ended with a PAC championship. Women's Team Performance of the Year. Softball. Softball sending representative senior Caitlin Brittenbaugh, aka Pickles. Congratulations, softball. Men's Team Performance of the Year. First, baseball winning streak. They won 7 straight PAC games in 6 days, including 2 amazing comeback wins, which were in the highlights over Bethany. Track and field at the PAC Outdoor Championships, finishing 4th, the highest since 2015, with 2 PAC champions, 2 runners-up, and 3 third-place finishers. And then football at Allegheny. Overcoming a deficit with 4 minutes remaining to win. It was an incredible, incredible, incredible game. The defense played, the special teams played, the offense played, everybody came to bat. Football at Allegheny. Those are our 3 candidates for this award. Men's Team Performance of the Year, and the winner is baseball. Lots of great performances this year. Let's give it up for baseball. At this time, let's take a moment to enjoy highlights from fall 2024.
A touchdown. Waynesburg scores 6. Last week has looked really good so far here. Zane Cawley breaks off a tackle and gets into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Waynesburg. They take the lead with 7:16 left in the first half. Barber hands it. It's Cawley again on the ground. He
It's just
swerves
Zane
forward,
Cawley on
spins into
repeat,
the
folks.
end
Zane
zone.
Cawley all day.
Play action fake. Barber down the field, has a man. He's wide open. It's Richmond at the 15. He's hit from behind and he dives down, gets the ball to the 1-yard line.
Side. This will be a handoff left, fake handoff, play action pass, boot out to Dagan Williams, taking it off down the sideline. He's past the 50, he's past the 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Waynesburg.
This one will be play action again. This one intercepted. This one, Raymond Davis, he's going to take it back, running down 40, down the left side of the field, 30. John to the tackle at about the 18-yard line out of bounds.
You see the replay on screen here, and I'm just going to let it speak for itself.
You fake the handoff to Jefferson, rolls out right, fires back the end zone. Isaac Trout all by himself gets the sliding touchdown for Waynesburg.
Try to get in the way of it. They try to disrupt it any way he can. Barber's going to throw again, one-on-one. Does he got it in him? That's a catch! Tyler Richmond with flags thrown everywhere makes the catch. Touch. He's going to throw. He's going to do a quick pass, and it looks like it's going to be intercepted by the Yellow Jackets. What a play. Wooten with the interception.
4th and goal. Waynesburg looking for a huge stop. 34 seconds left in the half. It's 20-7 Waynesburg. Phillips, play action fake, throws it towards the end zone, and it's picked off in the end zone. That's Kwalik Wooten.
Just a minute to go in this game. Corner kick, not sent into the box. Now the ball is sent into the box, and it finds the back of the net.
A throw in for Haley Gilchrist looking for Jules Moorbacher. Here is Moorbacher with the ball. Moorbacher has numbers ahead. Moorbacher breaks the corner. Moorbacher takes a shot. Far corner, and she scores! Jules Moorbacher with a fantastic...
Leading up to it showed anything. Good step. 6 or 7 yellow cards on the game.
Oh, what a shot
what
by
a
Waynesburg.
hit. What a hit.
Yellow Jackets handle it. Wanted to move towards the middle there. Was this Ben Shade, got it to the front. Opportunity for Waynesburg inside the box, and they score! The shot came from Josh Smith, and we are tied at 1 here in the second half. And the swipe of the leg, there it goes, high in the air towards the front of the goal, headed back, and they score! It deflects in!
That's an epic goal.
On the near side, Quabia trying to get it in. Towards Johnson, now a kick in the high left corner, and it's a goal for Waynesburg. Number 14, Mason Lewis puts it in the back of the net.
Now it's Quabia controlling near side. Shot on goal, it's in! Sarpong Quabia, the freshman. Just what the doctor ordered here in the 72nd minute of the game. Crosses into the box, looking for Esbenshade. Another attempt by Smith, he scores! Josh Smith, the freshman, gets on the board.
Mittendorf controls for Waynesburg. Now goes to Clark. Clark goes to Moorbacher in the middle of the field. Boxed in, but works around Corette Bennett. Now lays off a pass here. Lauren's going to have a shot. And gets it past. Shock for the goal. Waverly Lorne gets the scoring started. Mittendorf controls. Goes far side, trying to set up a pass here. And a near shot there. Now the shot taken by Pepe off the rebound. Goes in for the goal.
And to Chapman. Chapman has a step. Chapman on goals. She kicks with her left foot. Greenleaf with the save.
Oh.
Do it. Yes, sir.
These 10 kills right now. Center by Terriers. Saved by Ruffley from Stein. Mortimer sends it back. And with a touch there, the work to set it up. Attempted kill, tipped in front there by Dayton and Mortimer. Ruffley now with a little light touch by Zadrozny. That one will fall in Zadrozny.
Here we go. Stein keeping it up. She's got a shovel. Zadrozny with the kill attempt and the point for the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets.
Tillisman serve it off. Stein gets first touch to Ruffley to Hyatt. Hyatt places right on that back line. Will be Sloveska, she helps gets it over, but Waynesburg works quickly. Krista Wilson with the kill, but they are showing a lot of fight as Burdette, and it's Tellisman trying to get that one over. It doesn't work. Wilson will try a little love tap of her own, but saved by Mortimer. That goes to Cowsley. Wilson puts more on that one, and that falls in, and we are tied at 23 apiece. Set the game plan, and it's intact. Wilson, touched by Fisher. There's Harris. Kill attempt, no good. Dig by Ruffley, and there it is. Waynesburg with its first set victory, 25-20. There's Poole trying to get over, it won't go. Wirebaugh goes, there's a dig by Stein, shocker. Mortimer sends that one over, finds the soft spot, and there it is. All set up by Jordan Stein with yet another dig tonight. Save there by Dorse, set up by Wirebaugh. Lagares with the kill attempt, dig by Stein. Over to Cowsley, trickles in front and goes down. Mortimer gets the point. Fisher to Stanford, goes to Stein. Stein set up by Cowsley, Mortimer with the kill, and there it is! Call it even, 7 apiece. Working quickly, this Grove City, there's Crawl with the kill attempt. It's gonna bounce off the knee. There's Lagares, there's Stonehouse, over to Stein. Cowsley, Dayton with the tap, it finds the hole in the defense. Waynesburg now up 2, 9-7. Stonehouse referring to Wirebaugh. Apologies there. Lagares sells it to Fisher. That's over Fisher's head. Ruffley, match point opportunity. They're touched. Live Fisher can't get it all, and there it is. Waynesburg has snapped a 25-match losing streak versus Grove City. Hello, everyone, here with Clara Page Miller from the women's basketball team. Clara, for you this year, being nominated for the Christian Life Award, what's that like for you to be able to combine your success with basketball along with your faith as well and carry that out through the whole year with Waynesburg?
Yeah, my faith is a big reason why I chose to come to Waynesburg. It gave me a great opportunity to play and then also be able to inspire others to either begin their faith journey or to deepen it with the Lord. So, and I have great teammates that allow me to share my testimony. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Clara.
Here with Anton Baker and PJ Suggs in men's basketball. Anton, my first question's for you. You're nominated for Athlete of the Year this year, men's Athlete of the Year. What are your thoughts on that? What are you hoping to see from tonight?
You know, I'm just happy to be nominated. Like you say, I'm a very humble guy, so whatever awards I get, I appreciate it. I couldn't do it without the team, as you know. My main guy, PJ, encouraged me all throughout the year, letting me know that it's okay to struggle sometimes, and he let me know how to get through it.
PJ nominated for Breakout Player of the Year. What kind of an honor is that to you?
I mean, it's a blessing. I mean, like you said, a lot of my teammates pushed me to be the best version of myself, and that carried on. Yeah.
Thank both of you guys. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Here we go, Esports Team of the Year. We have got Fortnite, first year of competition this year. Overwatch, they qualified for the ECAC, and Rocket League, the NECC Division East Conference Championships. And your winner is Rocket League. Congratulations to AJ Smolin, aka Destiny, and Rocket League.
AJ Smolin representing the Esports Team of the Year Award, Rocket League. Congratulations, first of all. Second of all, what were some of the emotions that were going through your head as you heard the Rocket League team announced?
First off, thank you. When it comes to emotions, we've already won this award once, so just kind of happy to be back up there because as an esports team, you may not get as much light as attention as, you know, your traditional sports like basketball and football. So it's always nice to go up there, get some limelight, get some recognition for the hard work we put in.
Winning it back to back, you mentioned it already. What were some of the emotions that were kind of related to that in winning it for a second straight year?
I don't know. You just kind of go up there. You're just happy. You're just happy. That's all. You're just happy that your hard work paid off. That's all.
AJ, congratulations once again, and to the esports team as well.
Thank you.
Support Staff Member of the Year, Officer Bob Abereg. Student Athlete Success Coordinator Kayla Green. Athletic Trainer Aaron Lever. Strength and Conditioning Coach Dr. Randy Pettit. Director of Admissions and Soccer Mom Ashley Peichel. Faculty Athletic Representative Jennifer Roy, Assistant Athletic Trainer Kara Sontag, and Chaplain Sumter. And your winner is Aaron Lever. She's probably wrapping somebody's ankles after that soccer game today. We have the Christian Leadership Award. Males and females in this category. Caitlin Pickles Brittenbaugh, softball. Waverly Lorne, women's soccer. C.P. Miller, women's basketball. Lindsay Miller, women's soccer. Jules Moorbacher, women's soccer. Zachary Myers, men's soccer. Lily Ryer, women's track and field and cross country. Joshua Smith, men's soccer. And Amanda Sweeney, women's soccer. And your winner is Lily Ryer. Lily was also the 2025 Ray of Light Endowed Scholarship recipient as well. Make some noise for Lily Ryer.
Hello, everyone. Here standing with Lily Ryer. Lily, congratulations with your Christian Faith Award. Talk to me about what's going through your mind right now.
Yeah, I'm just really blessed to have been nominated for this award and get it. I'm just honored to be able to represent Christ in my sport and just help to be a leader throughout campus through my different activities and through cross country and track.
Through the different ways, how are you able to day in, day out consistently be able to have that Christian faith and apply that not just in the classroom but also academic but also with your sport as well?
Yeah, I think a lot comes down to your habits. Habits like praying, reading your Bible, just being active in the Word. and just actively seeking after the Lord and just knowing that He gave me the gifts of my sport and to honor Him through that.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have Women's Play of the Year, and we have a video for each of the plays. We have Madison Dayton versus Bethany, a set-clinching kill at the end of the first and second set of Waynesburg's win. Jules Moorbacher, her goal at Chatham that was the insurance goal in the 83rd minute, blasted into the opposite top corner of the net from long range. Waverly Lorne, goal at Mount Union. It was the game-winning goal in the 89th minute from long range. Let's see those plays before we name the winner.
Pass on for Moorbacher, races down the right wing. Slides past Hinden and takes a shot. Oh my goodness! That's just beautiful.
Just a minute to go in this game. Corner kick, not sent into the box. Now the ball is sent into the box, and it finds the back of the net. Oh my goodness.
Chris looking for Jules Moorbacher. Here is Moorbacher with the ball. Moorbacher has numbers ahead. Moorbacher breaks the corner.
Goal.
Moorbacher takes a shot. Far corner, and she scores! Jules Moorbacher with a fantastic shot off of that left post into the net.
And the winner is Play of the Year goes to Waverly Lorne. Congratulations, Waverly Lorne. Goal at Mount Union. Victory for women's soccer. And now for Men's Play of the Year, and we have lots of videos. First of all, it probably should have been PJ Suggs winning $10,000 at a Cleveland Cavs game, which could have been the prize tonight, but we have plaques instead. Started a fast break with an emphatic block and finished through traffic on the other end. We have Anton Baker, dunk versus Teal. Steal and run out dunk on senior day. We have Jalen Davis, a dunk versus Geneva, and he actually hangs on top of the guy, and you guys might have another term for that. Sarpong Kwabia, goal versus Lancaster Bible, scored on a free kick from near midfield in the final 10 seconds. Jacob Harker, shot put at PAC Championships. All 4 of his measured shot putts would have won the PAC title. Seth Bergdahl, walk-off homer versus Bethany. Blasted a 3-run walk-off homer to beat Bethany. And Drew Pinkerton, his field goal at Allegheny. Ice in his veins, he made a 32-yard field goal with 15 seconds left as Woo beat Allegheny. Let's see the videos.
Exum into the game as the ball is poked away. Anton Baker
Watch
has
out.
a rear wing. Watch out! Mayday! Anton Baker sticks the landing. Yes, sir.
Anton Baker, full head of steam as he pokes it away. You knew he was going to go up with authority, and he rises above Rob Thomas, the freshman. Welcome to PAC basketball.
Tip of the leg. There it goes, high in the air towards the front of the goal. Headed back, and they score! It deflects in.
Pinkerton, they will attempt the field goal on 3rd down. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. Pinkerton's kick is good! Waynesburg takes a 3-point lead with 15 seconds left.
You got a one, let's get it! Drive it in!
20 with 10:23 left to go, and we're gonna have a quick breakaway. No whistles blow. Waynesburg's gonna get it. Suggs is gonna pull away here, go for the layup, and it's gonna fall in and 1. PJ Suggs.
Oh my goodness, PJ Suggs.
Bergdahl is crushed to left field. That's a no-doubter.
And that's a walk-off win for the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets. Seth Bergdahl, have yourself a couple of innings. You didn't need that pinch runner. And Waynesburg sweeps the President's Athletic Conference doubleheader against the Bethany Bison.
Looked like there was going to be a brawl at the end of that one there. And the winner is...
Points. Suggs. Look for
we had
Davis
another.
down low, and he's got the dunk.
That's just the candidate.
Oh, yeah.
There was
Way to
just one
introduce
more
yourself
video.
to the game, Mr. Davis. Hello. We see you.
The winner was Jacob Harker. Winning a PAC title takes the cake. Winning the PAC title takes the cake. We have Women's Breakout Athlete of the Year. Softball's Bella DeMark. Hit .529 in the PAC tournament. CP Miller, Waynesburg Women's Basketball. Waverly Lorne, Women's Soccer. Jaden Sturm, Women's Basketball. Grace Tanksley, Women's Cross Country and Track and Field. And Krista Wilson, Volleyball. And your winner is Waverly Lorne.
Hello, everyone. Here with Waverly Lorne. 2 awards for Waverly tonight: Play of the Year and Breakout Athlete of the Year. Waverly, right now, what's just going through your mind right now, emotion-wise?
I mean, it's really rewarding. I'm just humbled and honored that I was nominated by the fellow student athletes, the fellow coaches, and my teammates.
So, I mean, successful athlete all around, consistently year in, year out. What are you looking forward to next year now with these 2 awards in your pocket as well?
I'm just looking forward to growing further with my team. Hopefully we can get a championship under the women's soccer team's belt. So I'm hoping to keep growing and keep working with them.
All right, thank you very much, Waverly.
Yeah, thank you.
And Men's Breakout Athlete of the Year. Baseball's Matthew Gaskell. Indoor Track and Field, Jacob Harker. Men's Soccer, Michael Canoe. Football's Tyler Richmond. Outdoor Track and Field, Discus, John Stewart. And Men's Basketball, P.J. Suggs. And your winner is Jacob Harker.
Here with Jacob Harker. Jacob, you won a number of awards, were nominated for several other. What were some of the emotions that were going through your head as you heard your name announced?
I was just excited being announced up there. It's an honor. We great school, great athletics. So it's just an honor being nominated for these awards.
Yeah, in your time here at Waynesburg, what have you learned and what has kind of helped you to win and get nominated for some of these awards?
Just keep that same attitude, work hard, have those people around you to support you, and just keep at it every day.
Jacob, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And now let's take a moment to enjoy the highlights from the 2024-25 winter season.
There we go. You got it. There you go.
Ian Fuentes to his back. Parker looking for a fall for the. There it is. It comes in just 23 seconds.
Wonder. Final 10 seconds. Orban late takedown. Final 10 seconds here on mat 2. Bischoff looking to hold on. 1-0.
He's going to do it. A win in the return for Aiden Bischoff. Hey, now. And he's going to take it. 4-2 for Jerron Polk. Big round of applause. Bechtold denied a shot at the finals. 13-6 win for Seth Evans. Impressive. We got a fall. Jesse Orban
taking care of business.
Determined as Jesse Orban takes it 11-2 with the riding point. Nice round of applause from the home crowd. Shot in, hips down by Bischoff, 5 seconds, and that'll do it. Aiden Bischoff will take it.
Three-point shot on the other end is good. It's Hankins. Gathers her own rebound, outlet pass. And the three falls for Clara Page Miller. It's on the left wing. She drives inside. Outlet pass. Sturm three. Got it. Hankins pass to Wesolowski down low. Outlet. Sturm three. Got it. McFadden gets the rebound. 3 seconds left. Pops the three. Right at the buzzer. And she nails it.
We'll see a lot of that this year.
Three-point shot, McFadden on the other end is good. McFadden around the horn. Macy Justice three. Clara Page Miller thought about the three. Instead, it's McFadden, and she finds it. Burns three. Finds the bottom of the hoop. McFadden over the timeline. Clara Page Miller keeps pouring it on. Platt leaves for McFadden. Now Clara Page Miller popping another three, back-to-back. Pop three is good for Madison Platt.
Got that three to go, but off the front rim. Moorbacher goes coast to coast. The lob by the inbound will go to Casson, and it's too strong. Dayton against Hess to the basket, puts it up, right hand layup, good. Friday working right side, dumps it back to Hankins, three in the corner, up and good. 7-0 run right now for the Yellow Jackets. Foul line extended to make it 9-0 run on the Dayton jumper. Waynesburg left wing, she'll stop and pop a jumper. It's up and good. Moorbacher pushing the pace. Moorbacher to the basket, ready layup, up and no good. Got it back, put it up, put it in. Offensive board and the bucket. McFadden right side dumps it off behind her. It's going to be a three in the air, and it's good for Aubrey Burns.
Exum into the game as the ball is poked away. Anton Baker.
Watch out.
Oh! Watch out! Mayday! Anton Baker sticks the landing. Yes, sir.
Steam as he pokes it away up with authority, and he rises above Rob Tom. Welcome to PAC.
They're 6 of 26, and now PJ Suggs.
Watch out.
Takes flight, slams it down. He's up to 6 points.
And Davis, now Goins. Suggs, look for Davis down low, and he's got the dunk. Oh, yeah. Way to introduce yourself to the game, Mr. Davis. Hello.
We see you, Mr. Davis. We see you.
With 10:23 left to go, and we're going to have a quick breakaway. No whistles blow. Waynesburg's going to get it. Suggs is going to pull away here, go for the layup, and it's going to fall and one. PJ Suggs.
Inside to Baker. Baker looking to drive inside. Over the backboard. It'll go in. And one. His court points. He goes up for the layup, and good, and one for K1. It was almost rebounded there, taken away by Corey Mitchum. Mitchum going up for another and one layup, and he's got it again. Defense there as the Bison will try to get through, but Anton Baker from a deep two goes for the inside handoff. Now over to Anton Baker, deep two, he makes it again. Inside to Davis, Davis inside to Baker with the layup off the backboard, it's good. Back over to Suggs. Suggs trying to go inside. Now pass to Davis, and that'll be a quick and easy layup.
Casey, a good steal from Baker. He'll get it an easy two. Baker backing down triplet hard. Finds Casey from three. He answers. Cuts back, finds Baker. Baker, great move. Casey working against Johns. Finds Hooper, and that's a nice, pretty shot on the corner. Defensive end. Up close. It's been tied for a while. Casey left alone for three. Bang! Thought about a three. He's against Berdovich. Drives inside, flips it up, and the foul! Misses the free throw, though. Oh, but Hooper gets the rebound. Casey for three. Puts it in! Casey's unbelievable right now. Yeah.
I think Ryan Rachik should have just grabbed it while he had the chance. He was right there.
Baker inside on Rachik. What a move.
Around jumper is up and good, PJ Suggs.
Way to go, though.
Suggs fakes right, goes left, ready. Layup is up and good. On a run across the timeline, he'll feed it right side for Suggs, and Suggs scores again. He's
with 58.
Inside for Kazee. Turnaround jumper's up and good. So back next side, Kazee. Kazee, foul line, fake, scoops with a right hand, and Hooper now in the game out front. Kazee gonna fire a three and hit it. He's got the last 7 points.
Electric to start the game.
There's another Kazee long ball, and this one no good, but the air ball grabbed and put in. Biloba out of the hands of Rothwell. Ahead to Suggs to the basket, ready, layup up and in.
Not a great stat early in this game.
Against the press ball, taken away from Dye to the basket. Suggs with a two-hand.
Anthony DeFilippo here with Callista Friday from women's basketball. Callista, you're nominated for a couple of awards tonight. What kind of honor is that just to be nominated in the first place?
It's a great honor to be nominated. I really put my all into the season, and I think that showed with our improvement from last year. We all really put in a lot of effort this year, and we're hoping to continue to grow.
Yeah, you mentioned that improvement. Now talk about that a little bit more, what you're expecting to see from your last year here at Waynesburg.
I'm really hoping that we can make a good run in the tournament and just make the tournament and see what happens from there.
Thank you, Callista. Best of luck tonight.
Welcome in, everyone, here with head coach Chris Davis of the esports team. Coach Davis, you're nominated for Coach of the Year this year. To you, what would it be like to win, especially with esports, a group that's really rising in popularity this year?
Oh, it'd be unbelievable. I mean, it'd be a huge win for our program, especially. This is my first year coaching at the university, so, you know, this would be a huge boon to the esports team and really kind of legitimize what we're doing here, so I would love it.
And overall, there's a lot of teams that are nominated, especially for Team of the Year for esports. What's it like for you to see multiple teams being nominated and the success of the program, too?
Oh, it's great. I mean, you know, it really shows that the program has some staying power, that, you know, we're a legitimate sport on campus, and that, you know, we're having a positive impact here and also, you know, in the nation as we compete. We have one team that's playing in the conference finals right now. We have the possibility of having 2 teams going to nationals, so it's a huge year for us.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, we have 2 candidates for Coach of the Year. Esports, Dr. Chris Davis, and women's soccer head coach, George DiAgostino. And your winner is George DiAgostino. Once again, let's make some noise for women's soccer.
Here with Coach DiAgostino. Coach, congratulations on the Coach of the Year award, first of all. And what were some of the emotions that were going through your head when you heard your name called?
Just super thankful, honored to get the great award here at the WUESPYs. Great event put on by SAC, and really thankful to my staff, Emily Redmond and Tegan Jenner, and then the team themselves. I'm not here without them. So.
Yeah, the team's had a good past couple of seasons. Talk about that a little bit, and then what you're expecting to see for the seasons ahead.
Yeah, a lot of growth over my 4 years here. It's been exciting. We're a really competitive bunch, and hopefully we can keep progressing and get to a title match here in the next couple of years. That'd be awesome.
Coach, congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Women's Team of the Year. Softball, 23-18 record, 10-10 in PAC play. PAC runner-up and 4 all-PAC players. Soccer, 8-5-4 record, 4-3-3 in PAC play. Number 2 scoring defense in the pack, and 5 all-PAC players. Women's Team of the Year. Let's make some noise. Your winner is softball. Representing softball, Caitlin Brittenbaugh. Congratulations, softball. And now for your men's Team of the Year. 2024 spring baseball team, 23-19 overall record, 15-5 in the pack. Went to the PAC tournament for the first time since 2019. The other is outdoor track and field. Finished 4th at the PAX, highest finish since 2015. 2 PAC individual champs, 2 runners-up, and 3 third-place finishes. And your winner is baseball. Once again, congratulations to men's baseball.
I am here with Matt Gaskell and Alec Englemore representing the baseball team. What are the emotions you guys are feeling right now?
Super excited. It's awesome to be voted Team of the Year and have the Performance of the Year. It's a really, really good feeling.
It's pretty cool. Honestly, the baseball team's come a long way since I've been a freshman here. It's really exciting.
What is the next step now? Obviously, you won, but the season's not over yet. So what should we look forward to now?
Us winning the pack.
I was just getting on a hot streak right now. We're a little shaky right now, but we'll get on a hot streak.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
At this time, we do want to recognize special awards, conference awards, regional awards, and national awards that will be on the screen. We had records broken as well, setting new school records. Career wins, Sydney Wilson. Single season hits, Grace Higgins. Single season assists, Seth Masadi. Single game assists, Seth Masadi. Single game saves, Michael Frankis. More school records, Tyreek Williams, 110 hurdles. Matt Shank, 1,500 meter steeplechase. Garrett Hilliard, hammer throw. Ella Rochelle, 200 meters. Ella Rochelle, 400 meters. More school records, Jacob Harker, shot put. Jacob Harker, weight throw. Isaiah Matthews, 100 meters. Isaiah Matthews, 200 meters. And Andrew Casper, the 10K. Lots of records by recently graduated Ella Brookman. Single season walks, career hits, career RBI, and career doubles, Ella Brookman. Quentin Weaver, 1 mile, 3K, 800, 1,500, 5K. Basically, if you have to run a long distance, this guy has the record. This is the CSC Academic All-District. Let's make some noise for women's basketball, CP Miller. Women's basketball, Kara McFadden. Women's basketball, Aubrey Burns. And women's basketball, Jules Moorbacher. Volleyball, Jordan Stein. Volleyball, Paige Mortimer. Volleyball, Riley Ruffley. And volleyball, Paige Koosley. And basketball, Jalen Goins. Soccer, Maddie Hill. Soccer, Jules Moorbacher. Soccer, Reagan Mittendorf. Soccer, Waverly Lorne. And soccer, Jocelyn Stifler. Softball, Ella Brookman. Soccer, Zachary Johnson. Soccer, Seth Masadi. Soccer, Connor Jacobs. And soccer, Mason Lewis. Track and field, Meg Berry. Cross country and track and field, Grace Tanksley. Softball, Sydney Wilson. Softball, Grace Higgins. And softball, Kayla Grattan. Baseball, Dalton Mount. Baseball, Lane Hours. Track and field, Andrew Casper. Cross country and track and field, Jula Anderson and Gabby Reifsnyder. USC All-Region 4th Team. Women's soccer, Jules Moorbacher. All ECAC 2nd Team. Men's soccer, Sarpong Kwabia. Women's soccer, Waverly Lorne. And football, Zane Cawley. UTF-CCCA All-Region. Track and field, Jacob Harker. Track and field, Isaiah Matthews. All Conference PAC First Team, Soccer Jules Moorbacher, Soccer Waverly Lorne, Football Zane Cawley, Wrestling Jesse Orban, and Track and Field Jacob Harker. Golf Matt Carpeel, Tennis Ethan Lown, Track and Field Isaiah Matthews, Track and Field Andrew Casper, and Softball Sydney Wilson. Second Team All-Conference PAC, Wrestling Seth Evans. Soccer, Seth Masadi. Soccer, Abby Googie. Soccer, Lex Greenleaf. Football, Jacob Brisky. And basketball, Tone. All-Conference PAC Newcomer of the Year, Softball, Trinity Edge. And Soccer, Sarpong Kwabia. All-Conference PAC Second Team, Baseball, Dalton Lucy. Baseball, Seth Bergdahl. Track and Field, Isaiah Matthews. Track and Field, Quentin Weaver. And Softball, Grace Higgins. Honorable mention, All-Conference PAC, Track and Field, Noah Jones. Track and Field, Dagan Williams. Track and Field, Kyle Casella. And Track and Field, Quentin Weaver. Honorable mention, Football, Tyler Richmond. Football, Grant Murin. Wrestling, Aiden Bischoff. And Track and Field, Jacob Harker. Honorable mention continued, Volleyball, Maddie Dayton. Volleyball, Krista Wilson. Cross country, Grace Tanksley. Football, Jemuel Cypress. And football, Brennan Boron. Track and Field, John Stewart. Track and Field, Tyreek Williams. Softball, Kayla Gratton. Soccer, Mason Lewis. And Soccer, Amanda Pepe. Basketball, Callista Friday. Track and Field, Kai Herbert. Baseball, Mike Bell. Baseball, Lane Hours. And baseball, Alec Englemore. And now, Women's Athlete of the Year. Madison Dayton, volleyball and women's basketball. Callista Friday, women's basketball. Waverly Lorne, women's lacrosse. RIP lacrosse. Women's soccer. Women's soccer and women's basketball, Jules Moorbacher. Ella Rochelle, track and field. And softball, Sydney Wilson. And your winner is for Women's Athlete of the Year, Sydney Wilson.
I am here with Sydney Wilson, who just won Women's Athlete of the Year and is also representing softball for the Team of the Year. What are the emotions that you are feeling right now?
To be honest, I kind of expected it for softball. Always think the best, right? Always expect the best, get better outcomes. I'm very grateful to have won this. Didn't think I was going to, honestly, but very humbled by this experience.
So what is the next step now? Obviously, your season's not over yet, so what are you looking forward to coming up after this win?
We have a big stretch of PAC games coming up. Hoping to go 6-0 this week and just keep building off of that. PAC tournament is coming up, and we're hoping to make a run again.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, Men's Athlete of the Year. Men's basketball, Anton Baker. Football, Zane Cawley. Track and field, Jacob Harker. Track and field, Andrew Casper. Baseball, Dalton Lucy. Men's soccer, Seth Masadi. Track and field, Isaiah Matthews. Wrestling, Jesse Orban. And track and field, Quentin Weaver. And your winner is Jesse Orban. £174 PAC champion.
Hello, everyone. Here with Jesse Orban, men's wrestler, cleaning house. I mean, Performance of the Year, men's athlete of the year. Just right now, what's going through your mind? 2 awards tonight.
Honestly, I looked at both of my when I was up there, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not winning because of the competition." But I mean, I ended up pulling it through, and it's good to win, good to get recognition, because I feel like the wrestling team doesn't get as much recognition anymore.
So right now, what's going through your mind this, or planning for next year, I should say, because wrestling team had a lot of very good things to come out of it. Now this year, now going into next year, what's your mind going like for carrying over?
I mean, we just got to get better as a team. I mean, our record has doubled every year, but individually, I have to get a lot better. I have to win when it matters, and that's all that matters.
Congratulations, Jesse.
Thank you.
Two things that we need to do here. Actually, let's make it 3. First, we had our guest speaker, Thomas Pallone Jr. Let's make some noise for Tommy Pallone. Let's make sure to thank every member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, for making this event possible. All of these individuals are your student ambassadors, your student leaders. Let's make some noise for your SAC representatives. This is a reminder that if you won an award, you need to stay after, come to the stage for a group photo. And then I want to end this event with a prayer of blessing over you as you continue this semester, but to give God thanks for what God has done and what God will continue to do in and through you. And so for this blessing, I want you to stand together. So let's stand. I give you thanks for your faithfulness and for your goodness and for the ways that you have been at work in the past, in the present, and you will be at work continuing to redeem all things in the future. Lord, I thank you for bringing each of these student athletes to Waynesburg University. Lord, I thank you for bringing their coaches to Waynesburg University. Coaches from the past, coaches that are presently here, and the coaches who have just joined our team. Lord, I give you thanks. I pray right now that these students recognize that they can use their bodies, their minds, their gifts, their talents to bring you honor and glory. Whether it's practicing or competing or lifting or taking care of business in the classroom, all of the things that they do during their time here at Waynesburg University, they can bring you honor and glory. Lord, I pray that as these students represent Waynesburg University, that they will be the light of Christ as they go forth and compete, both here at home and on the road. And in all of the places that they go, may they know that there are people here that look up to them, that there are kids in our community that look up to them, that there are families in this community, their own families too, that look at them, and many want to emulate them or be like them or talk about them. And in all things, may they bring you, God, honor and glory. And so as they go forth, as they finish this semester strong, Lord, we pray for a spirit of perseverance, that these students can continue to overcome obstacles and challenges and hardship. Lord, as they continue this spring semester, may you bless them, that they are student athletes right here at Waynesburg University. And as they go forth, may they know that you are God and we, Lord, are your people. May we know that to be true as we go forth. And may they go forth in the grace and peace and truth and love that comes from you, Jesus. And we pray all things in Jesus' name. And God's people said, amen.
This has been a production of Waynesburg Community Television.